We are coming up quickly to the end of the year, and for many of us, that means it's time for New Year's resolutions. People seem to be divided into two camps on New Year's resolutions. They either love them or hate them. For those that love them, New Year's resolutions represent a chance for a fresh start and to set goals and bask in the hope for a better life in the new year. For those that hate them, New Year's resolutions are those nice little lofty goals that they know they'll forget about in a few days or weeks, so why bother? I've done a lot of research on this topic, and I can tell you that both of these assessments are correct. Yes, New Year's resolutions are a great way to set an inspired new goal for yourself, and yes, they are also destined to fail, at least if we keep thinking about them in the traditional way. In this video, I'm going to introduce the 12-week year, a time management system created by author Brian Moran that may be just what you need to keep that New Year's resolution alive past January 2nd. I'm Sara Stilleke. I'm a scientist and peak performance enthusiast, and my channel is all about how to level up to your peak performance. If you enjoy this content, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and like this video. The 12-Week Year is a book that was originally published in 2013 that sought to answer the question, why do so many well-intentioned yearly goals fail? And what do top-performing individuals do differently? The first problem with yearly planning and traditional New Year's resolutions is that 12 months is a really long time. So many things can and will change in 12 months that it is impossible to plan and execute meaningful goals across such a long time. The naysayers of New Year's resolutions are correct. In 1 year, you'll probably just forget about the goals, or your priorities might change, or you might just lose focus on what you're trying to accomplish. All of this is correct. 1 year is just too long of a time frame to plan for, and the solution to this is a shorter time frame. Think back to when you were in college and had a big paper to write. You probably knew that the paper was due on a certain date months in advance. But how many of us actually worked on that paper consistently in small chunks over a 3-month period? Likely very few of us. I know I didn't. You more likely didn't feel any pressure about the paper for a while, thinking, I've got plenty of time. And then the week before the paper was due, or maybe even the night before the paper was due, you realized, oh crap, this paper is due. At that point, your thinking shifted to whatever it takes, this paper is getting done tonight. You then stayed up all night, frantically researching and cranking out 15 pages in one sitting. It's incredible what we can accomplish when faced with an important deadline. Our focus shifts from, how can I get this done, to, this is getting done, no matter what it takes. There is a famous question, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer is, of course, one bite at a time. With the 12-week year framework, you will stop thinking about your life, goals, and objectives in terms of a 12-month year, but instead redefine a year to be just 12 weeks long. Yep, 12 weeks, or just about 3 months. 12 weeks is a much more manageable chunk of time to plan for than 12 months. So let's redefine our New Year's resolutions to be for the next 12 weeks. All of a sudden, you will feel an increased sense of urgency and an improved ability to focus on this smaller bite of time. I was introduced to the 12-week year framework about a year after the book was released in 2013. Since then, I've planned my goals, commitments, and objectives in 12-week chunks. It has for sure made me more motivated and focused. There are also times in my life, though, when I'm going through a rough time and feeling unproductive and lazy. With the 12-week year, that's okay. If you miss all of your goals and plans during one 12-week year, the next year is right around the corner with another chance to start fresh. 2 years ago, I started a job in sales, which also operates on this same quarterly calendar, and this has only reinforced my commitment and beliefs in this system. Let's take an example of how this would look in real life. Let's say my old 12-month calendar New Year's resolution is to lose weight. All right, it's already not a great goal because it's not specific and you haven't made a plan for how you're going to get there. With the 12-week year framework, we're going to be a little more intentional. A healthy rate of weight loss is generally around 1 pound of weight loss per week. Over 12 weeks, that would be 12 pounds lost. Let's round that down to 10 pounds for the sake of simplicity. Your 12-week year goal is to lose 10 pounds over the next 12 weeks. That is a much more palatable goal than before. Next, we can break that goal down to define exactly what needs to be done every week and every day to meet that goal. In our example, you will need to lose about 1 pound per week. It's generally known that to lose 1 pound of fat, you need to create a calorie deficit of 3,500 calories. Broken down, this means that you will need to have a calorie deficit of around 500 calories every day, which you can achieve either by working out or eating fewer calories, but ideally some combination of these. Now we have defined exactly what each bite of the elephant will look like. With this in mind, we can start executing effectively toward this goal of losing 10 pounds. You can schedule your workouts each week with the goal in mind, and plan what you need to eat each day, knowing you just need to end each week with a 3,500 calorie deficit, or about 500 calories per day. You should find that 12 weeks is a short enough amount of time to remain focused and motivated, but long enough to make real progress toward your goals. At the end of the 12 weeks, you can celebrate your successes and reassess to decide what you want to focus on in the next 12 weeks. This can prevent you from feeling bored or fatigued by only focusing on one thing all the time. I have used this framework effectively myself for a variety of areas in my life. One big one is in my career as a salesperson. It's refreshing to know that no matter what happens each 12-week year or sales quarter, the next one is always just around the corner. This prevents me from wallowing too long if things didn't go well during a quarter. And conversely, it ensures that I don't relax and celebrate my wins for too long after doing well. Sales goals are also much less intimidating when they are broken down into manageable, bite-sized chunks. Another way we can use the 12-week year framework is to excel at personal hobbies. I am a longtime member of Toastmasters, an international public speaking and leadership group. There are numerous educational awards and goals that you can achieve at Toastmasters, most of which are tied to giving a certain number of prepared speeches during the weekly meetings. When I first started Toastmasters, I set a personal goal of achieving the first half of the Competent Communicator Award in just 12 weeks. This meant I needed to prepare and deliver 5 speeches on different topics at my local club in just 12 weeks. This was way out of my comfort zone in a big way, as I had never even written one speech before. But the intensity and focus needed to deliver 5 speeches in 12 weeks helped me grow as a public speaker, and by the end of the 12 weeks, I noticed a huge improvement in my confidence and speaking skills. There are so many ways that you can apply the 12-week year to your life. The sky is literally the limit. It is just a way to stay focused on what you want so that you can live with a higher level of intensity in certain areas of your life for a shorter period of time. I'm curious to know if any of you have tried this system, and how did it work for you? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.